So today is winter solstice, which is the shortest day of the year. And instead of feeling blue because all the days have just gotten shorter and shorter and shorter, what we want to do is embrace that and look forward to the light returning. So hopefully this practice will help. So let's get started. Hello, welcome to Winter Solstice Yoga. And today's practice is meant to help us embrace the darkness of winter solstice and then move forward beyond that to celebrate the light that is yet to come. So we're going to start with a breathing exercise, and we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So what you want to do with this is you want to hold one side of your nose with your thumb. And if you're right-handed, you'll hold the right side of or your right nostril with your thumb. And either with your pinky or your ring finger, you'll be holding the left nostril. And what we do is we hold that nostril. I'm starting with my right, and we breathe in. So take a deep breath in. Hold and switch to the other nostril and breathe out. Breathe in, switch, and breathe out. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in, switch, and breathe out. Breathe in, switch, and breathe out. Breathe in and switch. Breathe out. Now we're going to move into extended child's pose. So we want to get on our knees. Place your knees about the width of your mat. Make sure your toes are touching. And we're going to reach forward with our hands. And while you're holding and digging into your mat with your feet, we're going to stretch to the left. So just walk your hands off your mat to the left and take a deep breath in and look forward, and breathe out and lower your chin to your chest. Breathe in, looking forward, and breathe out. Tuck your chin to your chest. Now we're going to come back through center and then do the same thing to the right side. So you want to walk your hands off the mat to the right. Take a deep breath in, looking forward, and breathe out and tuck your chin to your chest. Breathe in, look forward, and breathe out, chin to chest. Now, keeping our feet in the same position that they're in right now, we want to move our hands a little bit closer to our bodies, and we're going to do a drunk cat-cow. So what that means is that instead of being upright and just doing this, we're going to circle around, and I'm starting with the left side, circling around to cow pose, and then circling back to the right for cat. So the motion is a little bit more limited as far as how far your spine can flex, but it's really good to get a stretch in your side body and your back. So we're going to breathe in as we go to the left into cow, and breathe out as we go back to cat. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now we're going to reverse, going to the right for cow and left for cat. Breathe in to cow and out for cat. One last time. Take a deep breath in and breathe out as you go into cat. Now keep your hands in the same area and just shift your body to where your shoulders are directly over your hands, and then move your knees so that they are directly under your hips. And we're going to do a little hovering table flow, but we're going to curl our toes under for this, and we're going to lift our knees and lower. So you'll feel your abdominal wall engage as you lift. And we'll breathe in and out as we lower. Breathe in and out. This is a great way to get our muscles engaged. Breathe in and out. Now the last time, we're going to hold hovering table for a count of 5. So lift your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now we're going to move our hands farther out in the mat to be able to go up into down dog. So peel your tailbone up to the sky. And now we're going to step it out a little bit, trying to reach to the mat with your heel. So you may or may not get your heels all the way to the mat. This is something that will develop over time. You might be like this right now, and later, after a few years of practice, you might find that your feet get closer and closer to the mat. That means we're getting better flexibility in the backs of our legs. Now we're going to take our right foot and lift it high to the sky. Bend that knee and then stack your hip. And then we're going to take big circles with that knee. We're going to do 3 circles in one direction and then switch directions and do it 3 times on that side. And then lifting that foot up to the front of our mat, lowering our knee, and flatten that foot. So you want to be on the top of your back foot. And we're going to rise up to crescent lunge. Then we'll lower, curl your back toes under, and we're going to shift our hips back in space to go into a runner's stretch. While we're in this runner's stretch, we're going to breathe in and look forward and out as we bend our head to our knee. Then rolling through that front foot, we're going to place our left hand next to the arch of our right foot, lift that back knee, and reach with our right hand up to the sky. Then we'll lower that hand and return to down dog. And we're going to walk it out a little bit and do the same thing on the other side. So anchor that right heel to the mat, lift that left leg, bend that knee, stack your hips, and do 3 circles going in one direction, and then reverse the direction and do 3 on that side. Then move that foot to the front of the mat, lower your right knee, rest on the top of that back foot, Lift your body in space from your core to crescent lunge, and then lower your hands back to the mat. Curl your back toes under and shift your hips back. But you want this movement to come from your core. You don't want to just throw yourself around. We're going to take a deep breath in, looking forward, and breathe out as we lower our head to our knee. Then rolling through that left foot, placing our right hand on the mat, lifting that back knee, and twisting with that left arm, reaching for the sky. Then we're going to lower that hand and step back to down dog for one last time. Then we're going to lower our knees to the mat, swing your feet to one side, and we're going to come to a seated position with our feet out in front of us. We're going to do a quick forward fold and in the seated position. So if you don't have the ability to bend over with your legs flat on the mat, make sure you have a generous bend in the knee. Well, actually, let's all start with a generous bend in our knee. We're going to reach our hands up to the sky and fold over. So with your knees bent, you should have plenty of room to embrace your feet, so you can either hold on to your toes or hold on to the sides of your feet or your ankles if you're unable to bend any farther. And then if it's available to you, you can straighten those legs. We're going to take a deep breath in, facing forward, and breathe out as we go into a forward fold. Breathe in and look forward, and breathe out as we go into forward fold. Now we're going to do a quick twist. So take the right leg and bend your knee, and make sure that your right foot is firmly on the mat, about a fist distance from your left leg. We're going to hook that right knee with our left arm, trying to imagine reaching for the sky with the crown of your head and flexing your left foot up to the sky. We're going to place our left hand on the mat behind our body. Or you can sit up with your hands wrapped like this. Just make sure you don't bend over in your spine. You want to have a really nice long spine when you do these twists. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So extend that right leg, bring the left leg up with your foot right next to your right thigh. Take that right arm, hook that leg, keeping your back nice and straight, your crown reaching for the sky. And our hand can rest on the mat behind us, but we don't want to be putting weight on that hand. It's just a little kickstand to remind us to keep our back nice and straight. Right foot should be flexed towards the sky. Then we're going to release that. Return our legs out in front of us. Embrace or interlace your fingers with steeple grip. And now we're going to lower to our backs as nice and slow as you feel that you can. Try to tilt your pelvis towards the back end of your mat so that you feel each vertebra coming in contact with that mat. Now I'm going to lower. I'm going to center myself a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees up, but our feet as wide as the mat. So we can bring our knees together. But first, we're going to do a little windshield wipering of our legs. Then, when you end up on the right side again, you want to stay here. Make sure your shoulder blades are firmly on the mat. So you don't want your left shoulder blade to come up. You want to have that twist in your lower body. We're going to take our right foot and place it over that left knee for a deeper stretch. Then we're going to switch to the other side. So dropping our legs to the left, taking that left foot and putting it on top of our right knee. Your hands can be on your abdomen. They can be at your side. You can have them in cactus arms, whatever feels best for you. But we should get a really deep stretch in that hip socket, especially after doing those hip circles, and it should feel super good. So we started slowly with a meditative style practice. We got our heart rate flowing when we did our three-legged dog. So now we can rest knowing that tomorrow will be a bit longer. So we're going to end with our hand on our heart, our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our stomach. We're going to take a deep breath in and out. So I hope you enjoyed this practice and that you'll come back to it on a regular basis. And until next time, bye.